What's up, you goons? It's Jacob here, and today I just wanted to give a recap of my race from yesterday that I did at the Tiffin University in Ohio. Went out with about 6 others from the club here at Pitt. Wasn't a lot of us, but went out and was registered for the 3K. And it was a pretty long day there. The 3K wasn't till the second to last event, so it was a lot of waiting around. We got there around like 11, and I didn't race until like 6:30. There was a lot of heats of some of the sprinting events, and there was also a rolling schedule, so it was a little bit hard to gauge when to start warm-ups and stuff. So it was a little bit weird in that regard. So I think I definitely started my warm-up a bit early going into the race, and me and a few of the guys were in it together, and we started early, and we still had about an hour after we did our warm-up. We realized, because there was like 19 heats of the women's 200 meter before our race, so it was kind of weird, I would say. It was like we warmed up, and then we sat down for a while because we realized we still had like an hour and some to go. So we just mistimed it, so the legs were just feeling a little bit weird. I feel like I just didn't time it well. Anyway, the race comes around, and finally we're on the line, and we go off, and I felt like I had a pretty good start. I felt like I was mid-pack in my section, because there was 2 sections like in my heat, one like at lane 4, and then one like where I was, I believe. And yeah, I feel like I was off to a good start, but next thing you know, come through lap 1 and I'm second to last. I wanted to go out conservatively. My goal going into the race was to start out around 3-minute K, and then kind of work my way down, and hopefully on a good day try to run really low 850s, maybe under if it was a really, really good day. But anyway, yeah, come through the 4, and like I think it was like 35, which was even a bit fast for what I wanted. I wanted to start in like 36, maybe 37 tops, and then work my way down. But that's just how it went, and I was a little bit stubborn with my pacing, and I kind of detached from the pack that was in front of me, and I was kind of running in no man's land for a while there. And then with about halfway through, I realized I really needed to start making moves, because I was still in second to last, I believe, at that point. So I started to make my way forward. I wasn't feeling great. Even I came through the K and I'm like 301, I think, which was fine, and then I came through 2K in like 604, so I went 301 and then 303 split. I just wasn't feeling great the whole race aerobically. I feel like I was working pretty hard to maintain what was honestly not like a super fast pace. I think I was going like 450 a mile, which not terribly long ago I did in a 5K effort at the Turkey Trot. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling great physically or aerobically, and I looking back on video, I definitely could tell I was looking off a little bit. But yeah, come through 2K in 6:04, and then the last K I came through. I felt like I still had speed, which was weird. Like I felt like I was maxed out aerobically, but I could pick up I could still move pretty quick, like in just some shorter efforts. So like the last 800, I definitely ran my fastest split of the race, and was able to split like a 2:53 last K to come in at just under 9 minutes and 8:59. So my A goal, if you call it, was just a PR, which my last PR was a 909 or 908. So it was a PR. But I know that I definitely have more in the tank than that. So I'm not too happy with my race. But you know what? I said like it was probably like a B- or C+ race for me. Like it was definitely not one of my good races, but it could have been worse for sure. But going forward, I know that I just need to hang on with the pack more, and forget this whole like conservative, just doing my own pacing thing. I think it's better to just kind of stick with the pack and be competitive, and then the times will come. I think I got too in my head about the paces, and I felt like I had to stick to them or I wouldn't race well. But going forward, I think I'm just going to attack it more aggressively and really assert myself in the pack, and I think that results will come from that. So overall, decent race. Definitely not great. I know that I have a low 850 in me if I race well, maybe even sub 850. I just need to race better. But yeah, next week I'll be racing at Mount Union University. I'll be doing the 1600 and the 800. Just I'm going down in distance because I felt like after that I closed in that 253 that I had some real speed in me. I think I closed in like a 62 or 61 my last 400. So I definitely have some speed in the reserve. So I'm looking forward to seeing that come to fruition this next week in the 1600 and the 8. I've never done an 8 before, so that should be interesting. I have no idea what to expect from that. It's mostly just for fun, but I mean, I would like to run a low too. I think that I have the speed to be able to do it. We'll just see if I have the aerobic capacity to do that, because it's one of those races that requires kind of both aerobic and anaerobic systems. But I think in the 1600, if I have a good race, I think I should be able to at least go sub 430, which is the main goal. But I would love to go 425 if I have a good race. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna stick myself in the pack and really give it my all. And hopefully times will come out for the event so that I kind of have a better, I can gauge better when to start my warm-up, such that I do my warm-up and then maybe have 20 minutes to do dynamics and strides, and then I go into my race instead of the chaos that was yesterday for me, including 7 hours of driving and getting a speeding ticket. But yeah, anyway, that's about it really. I don't really know. I might have missed something, but that was the race. It was all right. I went too conservative. I was second to last, and I made some moves, and finally, with a good finish, I came in 5th out of like a field of 19. So overall, it was decent. We'll move forward and hopefully smash it this next week at Mount Union. I definitely need some more time to develop my aerobic system. I think that's what I learned after this 3K was I just need to get some more tempos under my belt, some 10K, like some mile repeats, and some of these longer efforts just to build that aerobic system. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little recap here, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.